Hey everyone, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Alright, so I want to talk about Maddeleine McCann. Alright? Now, I'm going to go through the backstory. Maddeleine McCann went missing from the Ocean Club Resort in Praia de la Rouge, Portugal, May 3rd, 2007, from apartment 5A on the ground floor. She was 3 years old. Her parents, British doctors Kate and Jerry McCann, they had been there for over a week staying on vacation. Alright? They joined friends for dinner at a restaurant within the resort. And they left Maddie and her 2 younger siblings in the room sleeping. Okay? Which is just mind-boggling in itself. And they went down to the restaurant with their friends. They repeatedly came and checked on the children. The dad checked on them at 9 o'clock, and everything was fine. They were sleeping. The mom checked on them at 10 o'clock, and Madeleine was gone, and the window was open. So that's when she went. She went missing sometime between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m., according to her parents. I don't know. The mom's reaction was not, I would say, a normal, reaction. But again, they are from the UK. They are different. So, now, the whole investigation, everybody knows that with missing children, the first 48 hours are the most important. All right? After that, it's not looking good. Okay? So, they had a bunch of people joined in on the search. The problem is the police that were chosen for the ground search were not qualified for the job. They were basically security guards because the Portugal police were broken up into 3 sections, causing them to make a lot of mistakes in the investigation. The apartment was compromised by lack of knowledge of forensics. It was not forensically sealed. It was actually, you want to hear something crazy? The room was actually cleaned and rented out again before DNA samples were ever taken, which is mind-boggling, right? So not only was the apartment cleaned, but it was also rented out to other people. And then after that is when they took DNA samples. Now, explain to me why DNA samples and all of that were not immediately taken that day when she was reported missing. Explain that to me. That doesn't make any sense. All right. And the DNA samples that were taken, because it was not forensically sealed, all of them were compromised. Okay. See, they had sent the search dogs into the apartment before forensics had gotten there. Okay. So every sample that they got was compromised. It was contaminated, which is just mind-boggling that this is how this operation was run. You have a missing 3-year-old girl. Now, again, I'm going to say this. Her parents were, again, British doctors, okay? So they had money. They were, looked at differently. And they were never even charged or anything for leaving their kids in the room by themselves and going out to dinner and drinks with friends, which I think is crazy. Not for nothing. She's been missing all of this time, and now you have this new girl, or this girl who is claiming to, be her. She thinks she is her. So we're going to get into that in the next video. But I just want to talk about the beginning of Maddie's case. All right. So like I had said, the investigation was all wrong. Everything was screwed up. They didn't have anything in line. These cops did not know what they were doing. And all of this info that I'm getting is coming to you from the detective on the case, the profiler on the case. The detective on the case was Simon Foy, the profiler Mark Hoffman, the investigator Kai Fellahaus, and Sandra, I don't want to butcher her last name, the journalist. Okay? Now, at this time, what they didn't know was there's this guy, Christian Bruckner, who lived less than a kilometer away from where they were staying, where she went missing. He was actually a handyman for this resort. Well, turns out he was a really bad guy. He had abused children and an old lady, which he's currently in prison in Germany for these assaults. And then after that, he's got a bunch of things lined up in Portugal. Now, the people who were investigating this case, this happened. So, 2 years ago was when this guy was labeled suspect number 1. All right. And they believe that he took her and they think he killed her. Okay. Now, they think this because of some of his chat room messages, which included messages like, who doesn't want to catch something small and use it for days? Or messages like, I will document exactly how they will be tortured. So he was obviously a really bad person, bad guy, you know. So they do think he is a suspect in her case. Now, as far as this girl, Julia, who is claiming to be Madeleine, she has, like I said, I'm going to do a second part of this video, which will talk about her and why she thinks this is connected and all of that. I hope to God that Portugal has upped their game and fixed the way they investigate things, but it's like they got nothing. Okay? They got nothing, which did this little girl nothing but injustice. Okay, and still today, there's been no justice for her. But, I mean, with these new revolutions, if it is, I mean, this is a huge, huge thing, right? Huge. And I will get into that a lot more in this next video, which I will be putting out later on today. So you guys, please keep an eye out for that. I just kind of want to give you the lay of the land and how this whole operation was run. And for those of you that didn't keep up with this, 15 years ago when it happened. But there's a lot of things already that are pointing to, I know they're saying the police are not qualified, but it almost makes you wonder, right? Because what kind of police force, they were working with multiple agencies, why didn't one of them say, we have to close this, seal this off? People cannot be coming in and out of here. So forensics has to be the first thing, right? You seal the area off and you call forensics. Like, did they not get taught this over there? I'm trying to figure that out. So, like I said, we will be getting more into that. I'm going to do another video today, so keep up on this. And I think there's a lot to dig into in this. So, I hope you guys are with me, and please like this video. Please hit that thumbs up. Please sub to the channel. Links are all down in the description below. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions, and keep spreading